today we're going to talk show posters.
Yep. The art of displaying yourself and getting attention.
Yeah, and trying to like get butts in seats.
Yep.
Put butts in seats for your gigs and shows.
I'm opinionated on this thing because I mean, show posters are a necessity, but they're also an ego piece.
Yeah.
They are almost redundant. I mean, especially now in digital era where you could put $5 in a Facebook campaign.
Yeah, for like
that's the new poster.
Yeah, for our secret shows, we found that all you have to do is get that right Facebook ad, which is probably another episode would be specific Facebook kind of.
Sure.
We've talked about it on other.
It sounds like we're doing Instagram, so it makes sense to do a Facebook.
Well, I think the Facebook ads, don't they sometimes trickle into Instagram too because it's all the same?
Same company, yeah. Business.facebook.com. I mean, I have a business account. I don't know. Yeah. They've got their creator studio now. I mean, Facebook's really trying to make it so you can do one portal. You can manage all of your content. Right. It's really quite neat what they're doing behind the scenes. I love that kind of stuff.
It's always changing too, how it all works. Like I remember a year ago, it was totally different. And now even targeting, but they make it easier and easier too. Like it's less wordy and simpler to manage and understand the statistics.
And it seems to be more making sense. Like there was a period of time with all of web presence and marketing, it was about hacking the system, and now it's about servicing the needs of people. Like literally, how can I create stuff that's going to help someone
and appearing like real deal and not
authentic
and not salesy.
Yeah, I mean, establishing presence on your own website and such. I mean, none of those have anything to do with posters, but they're still great tips.
Right, yeah.
Show posters from a distance, you got to think, if I was walking past a poster in the grocery store, what is the first thing that I see? And you can try that the next time you walk in someplace and see what jumps out at you. And it's really only going to be one or two things. The headline, the most important thing, what is this? So I would put magician. I would put magic show or magician in that thing. And then, because the name, I mean, at that point, at that distance, nobody knows who that magician's going to be. But they know what a magician and magic show is. And then the date, I would presume. And then other details would be as you get closer.
Yeah. And don't go overboard with a crazy big silly title.
Right.
Keep it simple.
Right.
You don't have to use magic or magician. Keep the words magical so that we understand, but don't get too cutesy with it. Yeah. And probably have a great image, like either one big hero image.
Right.
Sometimes if you have an ensemble group, you can do like the little pictures, but make it, like of the full cast of who would be on the magic show.
Yeah, I think I see posters sometimes for like those ballet companies, and I think that'd be a hard thing to brand,
right?
Because you got like 85 people on a single How do you make that poster great? And you notice they always zoom into one because that's the way you got to sell it. And the same approach for us, for magicians, it's the same stuff. You got to emphasize the biggest,
right?
The loudest voice, and that's magic.
Yeah, and then like when you start designing a poster. The best way is probably start on like a piece of paper or on a Word document, or if you're in the in like Photoshop or Canva. Canva would be good. Just build out your copy first, so you know what you're working with copy wise, and then put your images in. I find works best. So you'll start off with your main title, maybe a quick zippy slogan that describes the main title.
Right.
So like we do Secret Show, and it's an evening with magicians, mentalists, and variety acts, because that's what we have. We have like a juggler, and
which is nice because you don't have to identify who it is either, because you keep it a secret. That's part of the.
It is kind of online. You can find it, but it's not like
you don't have to put that content on the poster.
No, and the poster is supposed to, because it's called Secret Show, supposed to be mysterious. And the title, the idea of this poster, is when you see Secret Show, you want to know what that show is. Like, is it a band? Is it comedians? And then when you get in, maybe you're interested. That, it's a magic show. I want to check out this, and mind reading and variety acts. Like, what could happen at this? That's the idea. And then you build, and then you have your catchphrase, and then you would have your image, and then at the bottom, all your details: date, location, price, where you can get the tickets, and then throw in a social media.
Yep, and like usually for that is the date stamp, and usually if you're like getting a ton of these printed, it's usually blank. And then used to be photocopied over, but nowadays it doesn't. It's everything's so accessible. So from a distance, so you can see the biggest points, and one major image on the front. Those are the kind of things, and the website and all the important details at the bottom.
Yeah.
No need to put a ton of details on a poster because people are probably standing somewhere where there's a queue or something. So all the fast bits of information, a website
Yeah.
is probably good to have nice and big.
Also, the poster is supposed to be a call to action to go somewhere to get all the information, which
right.
would be like your
Good point.
wherever you're selling tickets, Eventbrite yourself, or however you do that.
Yep.
Don't put it. You don't have to overdo it,
Right.
right?
And I'd put a QR code or something in the corner. I love
Right.
that kind of stuff. But nowadays, iPhone and Android are pretty much out of the box. Just pick up the phone and use the phone or the camera app.
And it goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Samsung is Bixby Vision, but it's still the camera app, so you just click the top corner. And iPhone is just right out of the camera app. Just hold the camera right, do it.
Right.
And,
Oh,
ooh,
that's
notification.
speaking of QR codes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the sound it makes when it follows through.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And if you really want to hustle, actually, a simple thing to do is if you design your poster 8.5 by 11, so you can print it out easily from your own computer, you can then take that and duplicate it 4 times and then get it on one page.
That's fun.
Cut it into 4, and you have little handouts now. So you can be like the annoying Las Vegas guys.
Right.
Handing out the
they're not allowed to
ads.
say, or they're not allowed to touch.
Right. But when I do the markets, that's what I do for all the show posters.
Oh, that's
I've
cool.
recreated them in that size and then smaller so that I have all these little flyers. And people ask me about the shows, so I promote the Smooth Comedy and the secret shows and Oh Wow Fest. But you have rack cards and business
Yeah,
cards for that.
yep, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Mhm.
If you guys have anything show poster wise that we're missing here, what's some tips?
Yeah, I think one more thing would be like sometimes you would have a show that is maybe sponsored. So you have a bunch of logos you want to showcase.
Oh yeah, yep,
The best way to do that would be either create a little white rectangle
right,
or just like a line, the bottom portion of the poster is just for logos.
right.
Or as we used to call them logo soup.
Oh right, that's
Logo
fun.
soup, yeah. Just a pool of logos.
And for the Photoshop nerds, you want to change your blending mode if you didn't want to do a white thing.
Right. Yeah.
But that's Photoshop nerd stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you can find tutorials for like the specifics on dealing with those logos if that's really.
I heard that's how it's done. I don't.
Yeah, who knows how that
It's-
really
I'm not
works.
sure.
I'm not sure, yeah.